platform makes it easy for you to create listings of your products and services, and you can also choose to list your classes, events, and so much more. Metamorphosisconnections.com helps you create weekly and monthly promotional ads targeted towards your potential clients and promotes them for you via social media and newsletter. There are clients searching for your specialty right now. Let us help them find you. Start your listing today so you can share your own unique gifts and talents by finding the level of membership that best fits your needs. Let us help you reach your clients that are searching for what you do. Visit metamorphosisconnections.com and sign up today.
Did you know that spiritual awakening is not all love and light? Surprise! Inner demons, ego deaths, and tower moments are on the horizon. But while life might hand you some harsh lessons, we've got the antidote to soothe your weary soul. Why not try a dragon's blood bath or schedule a Reiki aura repair? With books, herbs, talismans, candles, and more, we put the Shazam in shadow work. Visit Magus Books at 1848 Central Avenue Northeast in Minneapolis or magusbooks.com.
Greg Bakun here. Like you, I love good, fresh, delicious food. So I want to tell you about this treasure in Roseville called Maverick's Real Roast Beef. Maverick's has the best roast beef sandwiches I've ever had. Made fresh every order. Add fries or onion rings dropped in the fryer when ordered, and you have a winning combination. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has a lot more than roast beef, so check out their website, mavericksbeef.com, or check out their restaurant on Lexington in Roseville.
With a look at your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Clear tonight with a low of 65, then sunshine Saturday with a high of 78. Maverick's Real Roast Beef is famous for roast beef, but don't miss their chicken, fish, Philly steak, and so much more. Maverick's Real Roast Beef is located in Roseville on Lexington Avenue, 1 mile south of Highway 36. Visit their website at mavericksbeef.com.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story. This is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining me. Once again, folks, how exciting. It is Casual Friday, the best day of the week. Thank you very much for joining in. And once again, I'm going to open it up to anybody and everybody. We have stuff that we're going to talk about tonight, but if there's a topic on your mind, if there's something you want to share and talk about in terms of paranormal or something happened to you that you think is really interesting, put it in the comments, or you can call in tonight, 952-946-6205. That's 952-946-6205. It's kind of an open night for whatever is on your mind. Take advantage of it. Call in, say hi, even if it is just to call in and say hi. We are more than welcome to hear from you. With me tonight, I have back in Eden Prairie in a very brightly lit studio, we have Adam. Wow, my goodness. I need sunglasses when I'm watching you over there.
Yeah, it's a little bright tonight. We're doing transmitter work, and they're going to be cutting off for the next hour while we do the show so that it's uninterrupted for the metro area. But yeah, this time the lights are on, and I know who did it this time, and it isn't a specter who did it.
Well, so, you know, but what if it turns off during the broadcast? We don't know for sure if they're turning it off or if it's spirit turning it off. You know, you just don't know.
Well, I'm going to assume it's going to be them this time, just simply for the fact that, well, there's just too many factors playing into it not being a specter that time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I'm not like, you know, certain Discovery Channel shows that everything's a demon.
No, not yet. At least we're working on it. Yeah,
we need to get that TV deal. Then yes, everything can be a demon for all I care.
Absolutely, I'm very appreciative of them taking a break while we do our show. I really do appreciate that quite a bit, and I do know that what was going on over there earlier in the evening, we had thunderstorms, we had lightning, and here I am back in St. Michael. And I'm like, there's no lights on here, and it's just you could see the lightning and hear the rolling thunder, and it's really pretty cool. I kind of forgot. Meanwhile, in Eden Prairie, people are trying to work to get the signal better and do the just general maintenance and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's right. I'm sorry, I forgot all about you people. So thank you all very much for definitely giving a pause so we can get our show in. People like our Friday shows.
And kudos to them for even coming out when there was lightning in the area, because that is a lot of electrical equipment that they do have to work with. So you might see people in the back going back and forth. Those are the wonderful engineers doing work on the transmitters. So yeah, big thanks to them for making us sound as crystal clear and as good as we possibly can.
Yeah, very much so. And yep, this time not spirits walking in the background there, and we kind of get to see. We don't, since we never have the lights on when we do the show, like in the other room. You kind of see that it actually is a whole other room back there.
Yeah, I forgot what this place looks like with lights on, because when I come in, I flip the one to the stairs on, and that's it.
Well, like I said before, I came in here when they were going to record Searching for Service. And not only were all the lights on, people were wearing nice clothes. People were looking like that they're, I don't know, Adam, professional. I think that's the word I was looking for. And I'm just like, whoa, is this how this works? Huh? Okay.
That's how 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. works, not 9 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Yeah, no kidding. We're just lucky that that we were wearing anything, quite frankly, at the moment. And that's just it's just how it is over here somewhere. But yeah, the Rolling Thunder, that was awesome. I mean, I know that it delayed our folks over at the station tonight, and I'm sure other areas of business were affected by that. But it's just like it's just a nice like spring, early summer thunderstorm, and I did enjoy that quite a bit, and nice rain and everything. So yeah, that was really cool. And I'm seeing in the comments people are talking about the storms themselves. Over in Stillwater there was just a little bit of rain but no storms or anything. Danielle says rolling thunder for a little while in Crystal before you all came in. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now big big news. We've been talking about this now for a while. Tomorrow is the big day. That if you haven't heard, then where have you been, quite frankly, because we've been talking a lot about it. And that is the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair that is in collaboration with the Maria Shaw Minneapolis Convention. That's going to be May 18th and 19th. That is at the Doubletree by Hilton Minneapolis Airport Hotel, which I believe was formerly the Marriott. So just know that at 2020 American Boulevard in Bloomington, Minnesota. They're both days, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the first 25 people who come in will get a free grab bag. There's going to be over 20 readers and healers offering services all weekend. I will be there with a table, with not offering any services or anything. I'm just going to be there with a bunch of paranormal stuff. And like I said to you earlier, Adam, I'm trying to decide whether to bring the monitor in, because I always play like some investigations and stuff on my monitor. But I'm looking forward to the event tomorrow, but I don't know if I have enough in me to bring all that stuff this time. It just might be spirit boxes and paranormal gear, and we have a lot of stuff that people can pick up and take with them in terms of like cards and literature and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that we might lay the table out a little bit differently this time.
So are you going to be doing a spirit box session there?
No, I will be doing a live radio show like we're doing tonight. I'm doing that at 4:05 instead of my best of that I play on Sunday. I'm going to be doing a live radio show on Sunday, just like the old days, and that's going to be at the event, and we're going to be then doing. We're going to have some of the practitioners come on. It's going to be a Q&A with the audience. If anyone in the comments have questions for the practitioners, we're going to be doing that as well. And then Sunday night, I will be doing a live Spirit Box session on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun Facebook page. And that will be where we reach out to people's loved ones and hear their voices come through. And I had we did it last Sunday, and we had a lot of really good responses and stuff coming through. So that was really exciting. I was happy with that.
I did enjoy what I was able to hear on Sunday when you did that. And I love the fact that you did give the backstory on why you got back into it, doing it online in front of people. That is a good story that you told that night. And I think a lot of the folks who tuned in, and it looks like you had a bunch of them tuning in as well, all understand that, sometimes this takes a toll on you, both mentally and physically, plus your health issues that you were going. But it's a big breath of fresh air to a lot of people in the paranormal community that you are back doing this Sundays.
Yeah, some people are really happy about that. And we reached out to like a friend of mine. She wanted to hear her mom come through, and we were able to bring her through. And she told me, I had seen her this week, and she said to me, I watched the video over and over and over again to listen, and every time that's my mom talking. And then she played it for somebody else, and they're like, no, that's her. That is totally her. That's cool. That is great validation, because I don't know what they sound like.
Right.
You know? It's me. So it's really cool to be able to get that. Let's see here. Miss Crunchy Soap and Home said, did anybody ever get told not to shower while there's a storm? Excuse me. I was always terrified of that. And I mean, I think I've heard that too, honestly. I don't know if it's true.
In a trailer, so I didn't want to shower while it was storming, because I didn't know what could strike, because I had power lines right behind me, go figure, and a bunch of pine trees. And you wonder with all the power lines. But in the trailer, when I grew up, I would never shower during a storm. Once I got into apartment living, I don't care anymore. Now that I live in a house, don't care. I'll take a shower if it's storming.
Yeah, it's probably a lot of things I wouldn't do in a trailer, to be honest. Storm or no storm.
Oh, so, tornado season was fun. We thought we were going to be moving that day for free.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Where do you want to go to in the country? Because you just might go there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh my gosh. And I don't mean to make light of that, because I mean, that is.
No, but it's a real life facet. Like the trailer park I grew up in, there was no storm shelter. And the closest place to take shelter from the storm, because obviously the trailers didn't have basements, was the laundromat. And the entire front of the laundromat was a giant pane glass window.
Of course it is.
Still very dangerous.
Of course it is. And I suppose there's no regulation that they have to have any sort of shelter in a trailer home, right?
As far as I know, in Indiana, they didn't have one where I live. So I don't know if Indiana had that law where you do or don't, or if it's private ownership. But yeah, growing up in there, it's like every time there was a tornado warning, it was duck and pray.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh my goodness. Yeah, though that's scary stuff for sure. Now, I want to bring up some super important stuff here. Of course, is that it's Friday, so I grilled chicken wings, and they were absolutely amazing. And I just feel like I need our listenership to know that. I feel like everyone needs to understand that I had really good grilled chicken wings tonight. So
I gotta do wings again really soon. I really do.
Yeah, I don't know what you're holding out for, quite frankly. I mean, it's just
buying them.
I mean,
I gotta buy them. I gotta do them, and that's like the one thing my kid likes that I grill. So I definitely gotta do that.
Well, I'm one of those people that get the whole wings. A lot of people like to get just the drummy and the wing and the wingette or whatever they call those pieces. All separate. I like to do them all at once. Because I like, and it's, it's not exactly great if you're like with other people and you're pulling apart basically a chicken in front of them. I get that, but it's so good. And if I had people over and I was grilling wings, I wouldn't do it that way. I wouldn't be like, here, rip this apart, with your bare hands, I just, no. But I do it that way. And I do a little bit of a kind of a spicy sauce with it. And I just it just is like my happy place, because I try to do it most Fridays, and it's a great way just to kind of, we all have that thing that we do that kind of starts easing us into like some sort of relaxation after a week, and that's mine, is doing that.
Mine is doing this. So I don't know if yours is better. Yours is tastier.
It's very good.
But mine is fun.
Well, and funny enough, I'm part of that too.
Yeah, surprisingly. But you bring me no wings.
No, well, first of all, you're nowhere near me, and so yeah, no, it's a cruel world, Adam, is what that is. It's
You know what else is cruel? Back-to-back Mavericks. Your ad, and then Mavericks sponsored the weather. Mavericks is closed right now, and I'm in Eden Prairie, and I am starving.
That's where I went Sunday.
Oh.
I went there Sunday. I went with my friend Robert. We went up there, and I take my time. Like each bite is like chewed like 300 times, because it's just like I'm just enjoying every last second of it. And boy, that's good. That is just good. And I hate to. I'm not trying to pound it into everybody. I am, but I'm not. But if you haven't gone, you gotta go. I mean, there's just simple as that. It's just so good. And he got one of the variations of the Philly cheesesteak, because they do different versions of that.
Yeah, they do.
And he's just like this is amazing. And you could tell when you have a good meal when you're with somebody else and you don't talk for about 20 minutes, as we're all just eating and eating,
yeah.
and eating. So yeah,
as you're finishing your water, your pop, is when you finally open your mouth.
Yeah, pretty much. It's really something. And I don't know. It's a real something there. Now I'm on Facebook. We're doing StreamYard, so we're going out to the world through Facebook, and I see that I got an angry face on the stream. When you can put the emojis, like you do the thumbs up, and you surprise me every time, like, ooh, who gave me the thumbs up? Is you. No offense. I mean, I'm glad you did it. But then I got an angry face. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to say your name out loud because I can see your name, but you got to put in the comments why you're angry. Is it you're angry just as something we said, or something? I got to know. Just what did Adam do? I think that's the real question there. What did you do, Adam, this time?
Who knows? It's always my fault.
It is always your fault. And also, I see that the lights are out in the other room. So, are they waiting for us? Do we have to talk quicker and be done quicker, or we're?
I don't know, but I think I'm going to kill that hall light.
Well, it's all
bothering me.
it's all pretty obnoxious, isn't it? So why don't we go ahead and do this? Let's go ahead, take our first break. When we come back, we are going to be doing question of the week. We got some news stories I want to get to too tonight. If we don't have anyone else talking or anything, if you want to call in, you could do so, 952-946-6205. And anything else on your mind. It's Casual Friday. We could talk about whatever we want. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
Coming out to the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair in collaboration with Maria Shaw Minneapolis Convention, May 18th and 19th at the Doubletree by Hilton Minneapolis Airport Hotel, formerly known as the Marriott Airport Hotel. The Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair features a selection of highly skilled and exceptional local psychic readers, healers, and practitioners, ensuring a wide array of premium services like Reiki, past life regression, and so much more. All practitioners offer something unique to help you. You can pre-book practitioners before going to the event and even possibly win a gift basket by visiting 5 or more practitioners at the fair. Also, if you pre-book and prepay for a 30-minute session, you get a weekend pass for Maria's classes for free, normally a $59 value. And the first 25 people who show up Saturday and Sunday will get a free gift bag. Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair is May 18th and 19th at the Doubletree by Hilton, Minneapolis Airport, 9 to 5 both days. It's only $10 to get in. Visit charvinityfairs.com for all the details.
Are you one of thousands of individuals who know you have psychic abilities but don't know how to tap into your higher self? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who offers classes that can help you reach your goals. Refined Divine holds classes Monday and Thursday at her 2 locations and via Zoom. Classes consist of manifestation, learning psychic abilities, shadow work, and healing trauma. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
This is Psychic Medium Deb. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
Reach your highest level of consciousness and well-being with metamorphosisconnections.com. Metamorphosisconnections.com is an online directory of the best holistic and metaphysical practitioners to help you make your most informed choices. You can search metamorphosisconnections.com for classes, events, wellness and life coaches, plus metaphysical products and shops. You can also search for a wide array of healers from all modalities, including EFT, sound healing, energy healing, light therapy, ancestral healing, shamanic healing, reflexology, past life regressions, hypnotherapy, yoga, and more. And if you're not sure where to start, the search feature on metamorphosisconnections.com is tailored to help both those who know what they are looking for and those who are just starting. Come explore the possibilities for your higher self by visiting metamorphosisconnections.com. Their experienced practitioners can guide both beginners and those that are already on their spiritual journey. That's metamorphosisconnection.com, your link to direct you on your spiritual transformation.
And welcome back to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining me. You know, Adam, I think I started something in the comments there when I pointed out that angry emoji. I'm getting people are wondering, like, was that me? Did I do that accidentally? It's like, relax. I know I'm sounded like I was like, going to come after you. I can't.
I don't
even
know.
if I want
like
to.
Joshua had in there probably a vegetarian.
Yeah, it could very well be, and it's just like, no, I'm just curious if someone has a beef. And funny enough, I say that after you talk about vegetarians, but if someone has a beef, just I'd love to know what it is. Especially if I said something that you found amiss or something, but however it works, it's all good. Once again, you can come out, visit over at the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair tomorrow. May 18th and 19th. Come on out over to Doubletree by Hilton Minneapolis Airport. I'm going to be out there both days. Come on by and say hi. I would love to meet you. Love to say hi. Love to, stick around and join in at the radio show that we do on Sunday at 4:05. And that's going to be a lot of fun too. We haven't done that before. Not for this event, at least, I should say.
Yeah, that is going to be a lot of fun. Like you were mentioning earlier, you're going to have some of the practitioners come on, do a quick interview. Some crowd interaction is going to be great. So yeah, swing by his booth and swing by, 20 practitioners, 20 plus are going to be there?
There's over 20 practitioners are going to be there. And it's going to be amazing. In fact, that's what kind of prompted me with the question of the week, because, we talk about this, and I don't know if people do energy work or energy healing, and this isn't me trying to shame someone into doing it or shame them for not doing it at all. That's their business 100%. I know it's worked really well for me, and so my question this week was, have you had energy healing or work done before? Did you ever have an amazing breakthrough during an energy healing session? Can you share what happened? And we didn't get a ton of responses this week, and that's fine. I think that, this is stuff that I think maybe a lot of people don't really think about or don't do as much when you're talking strictly paranormal. And I think that one of the things too is once again, not trying to do a hard sell, but that's why something like the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair tomorrow is a great way to kind of see what kind of healers there are out there. But so once again, have you had energy healing work done? Did you have an amazing breakthrough during an energy healing session? Let me start by saying I had an amazing one last year, and it's Nancy, whose name actually shows up here quite a bit in the answers. I was having some really dark stuff that was coming, that was with me. And for those who may not know what it's like to get healing work done, it was actually at one of these fairs, one of the Maria Shaw fairs, actually, that I met Nancy, and I talked about what was going on. And when you're laying there, and she puts something over your eyes because it gets bright in there. Maybe not as bright as what you have it in there right now, Adam, but it gets bright. And she gives me something to put over my eyes. And it feels like, you know, if you ever see like those movies where they open up an android and they're like playing with the wires, and when you hit a certain wire, the android twitches and stuff.
Mhm.
That is exactly what that is like. So you're just kind of laying there, and all of a sudden you're just kind of like twitching, and you don't know why. Literally, you don't know why. And she's not touching you. She's not like, you know, she's out there. She's not touching you. And what she's doing, she's a conduit. So she's, you know, getting messages, and she is you know, knowing where to look. And so she knew I had something dark in me, and she all of a sudden she's just like, there it is. And she pulled it out once again, not physically, never laid her hand on me. All of a sudden I just really twitched. And afterwards I get up, and this is from having a pretty crap year in 2023. This started in end of March of 2023. This was done in August, and I hadn't felt this good in before that, even before that March. I mean, I just felt like everything was lifted. It just felt amazing, just felt so good. And so, you know, I'm not trying to force people, force energy healing onto people. That's their decision. But I wanted to share because it is exciting. And when you have a fair like this coming up, this is a great opportunity for people to go out there and have these like, just to see what people do and maybe try it out and see what it's like. And I, you know, I really just am so excited that people could get some healing that they've been looking for. I know, Adam, in the answers, you said that you were hoping to try it sometime.
Yeah, I do want to try it sometime, because going back to your story, folks who listen to the show, you could tell when Greg had this done in August. Go back and listen to the end of June through July, once we went 5 nights a week, and then listen to him about mid-August.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
completely different, Greg. I kid you not.
I'm sorry.
No, go right ahead. I was just going to compliment you more. Feel free.
Well, and that's why I really did want to stop this time to hear. Normally I would cut you off, and yeah, no, please continue. I've been enjoying it quite a bit. No.
But yeah, your interviews got better. You got crisper. You were more joyous, if you will, for lack of a better term, even with, you know, even though we talk about some macabre things, but you were just easier to speak to with the guests. The guests kind of, it almost feels like they felt a lot more at ease. And it really all started after you had that session in August. It really did.
And it, you know, the thing too to think about for people who are like, well, I would like to see what these people offer and what kind of, how it works and stuff. And if you've not done it before, someone will probably be there. Even the practitioners will be able to help guide you to the right person, but also know that these sessions are shorter than what they would be if they're one-on-one, but they're also less expensive. So they're a great sample. And actually, that's, you know, like I said, I had mine done at the Maria Schaff in August, and so it wasn't the full price, but she didn't hold back. She didn't like, well, you know, it's not a true one-on-one. She gave me what I needed, and she healed me. And the work isn't done. That doesn't mean that I don't ever need it again. This is like a tune-up, right? This is like if you take your car in for a tune-up, you hear the term chakras. And with that, you know, your chakras will get out of line, and you need to go and you need to get them back into line, you know, just like if you go to a chiropractor and they need to realign your spine or whatever it is. None of this is dissimilar. You know, it's just different things and different modalities. So that's why I think it's so important. In the comment section, Emily says, was it Reiki or cord cutting or something? I consider it more Reiki myself, but Nancy specializes in the dark arts of energy. That's where, you know, not that she practices it, she removes it. And so I knew that's what I had. Once I talked to her about it, she identified it as such as well. And she was able to really help. Mandy says that I've had Reiki. It's really a beautiful thing. It totally is. It really, really is. And then also Mandy says the seance tomorrow sounds so awesome. I wish I could be there. Yeah, it's all going to be pretty amazing. There is going to be Maria's husband, Joe Lawson. He does a seance with spirit box, and he kind of does it in a way that he won't tell us what kind of spirit box he uses and stuff, but that's his secret. He is allowed to keep for himself. But I've not seen it myself, but everybody who comes out of that always say, my gosh, it's just it is so amazing, and the responses are super clear, and it's their voice. So those are great things to check out. So yeah, that's about it. And as far as anybody else with the question of the week, I've had people saying that they've had really, and I'm not going to read through all these because a lot of these are pretty much like we've had great experiences, and that's fine. I guess I was kind of looking for tonight, was there something that was really just very very unique, very like really positive, just like I think that mine, and just being able to feel that being kind of taken out of me was pretty special. Yeah, Adam, I think you would really benefit from it.
I would love to actually have that at some point. I've got to. That's all there is. I mean, I've really got to at some point. I need, as you were saying, I need an alignment.
Yeah, and it's not just Adam specific either. I mean, everybody should really consider doing it, and have those things, because and then it's always finding the right person, and finding and that's always like everything that we do, and we don't, a lot of us I don't think realize that we do it is by you just gravitate towards who is supposed to help you, who is there to kind of help you and be there for you. That's how it all is. You might have to go to a couple, but eventually you'll find a person that is like it could be your go-to when it comes to Reiki. But when you go out to like the fair tomorrow, there's everybody does something a little bit different. So there are all sorts of different types of modalities and things that you never even think of, and they're there. And once you actually experience it, you're like, yeah, where was that my whole life? It's really cool. Your wife is extraordinarily supportive of you. She says Adam needs an overhaul, not just a tune-up. So that must make you feel pretty good, doesn't it?
She ain't wrong.
No, she hasn't. I've seen you in person.
Yeah.
But
I need a makeover. I need everything. I need to get ready for my glamour shots.
You need your.
Are those still a thing? Glamour shots.
You need your 40-year tune-up, and
thank you for saying I'm only 40.
I know. I could have gotten it very wrong. That's why I knew that you're over it. That wasn't
3 years.
Yeah. I thought you were around there, but I didn't want to be like your 47-year tune-up. That'd be rude. That'd be horrible. So
I take it. I feel like I'm 57. So. Oh
my goodness, you can't. You're too young for that.
Young whippersnapper.
You youngins. So yeah, that's and Emily's putting down a name that you could go try. I have names as well. Yeah, there's a lot of great people out there. I mean, I think, I'm sure it is everywhere, but I really feel like in Minnesota, especially when we're doing these like Twin Cities fairs and stuff, you really see quite a diverse and very gifted group of people who offer these services. And it's really cool to see how they all do their thing. And plus, don't forget, there's tarot card readers, there's psychic mediums. There are all sorts of different things. I mean, I went out there, and Reverend Cindy is somebody that I've gotten an amazing reading from. And she just sits down. She's like, you know what? You may not like what I'm going to tell you, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. So right away, you're just kind of like, okay, but it's it's fine. It's like, oh my God, what's going to happen to me? And it's just like, no, that's not so bad. But I mean, I don't know what you all think. I rather have honesty than not honesty, I guess.
Yeah, I would want them to be honest, flat out. I don't want it sugar coated.
No, and I was in a place in my life where there was some things that I just didn't know how it was going to go. There was so many questions at that point. That was like, I need to know what the layout of the land is, because I'm, it's kind of scary at the moment. I don't know what the next few months are going to bring at all. I can't see it. And so she had given me some really good direction with it, and even down to like the type of how much money I was going to have. Like, you know, she did it in her own way of like, you're going to have money to go out every once in a while, you know, for dinner and stuff like you should. I mean, that's kind of how she would say it. She wasn't off at all. And that was, it's been really cool to be able to, like, you know, you take notes. If you go out there and you want to get a reading, bring a digital recorder so you can record it and then go back and listen to it, because a lot of stuff happens, you know, and you get caught up in it. And then when you walk away from the table, you're just like, wait, what did she say again? I forgot, you know, all that stuff. So, you know, you want to make sure that you have what you need to be able to kind of keep track of it all, because it's easy to forget. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because when you're getting read by, whether it be someone like Refined Divine that we have on every other Wednesday here on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun, be sure to tune in for those. But, you know, even a tarot card reading, that's a great idea. Record it, because you do kind of get caught up in the moment. And I will tell you from experience that when you are being read from a psychic, you do feel different. You can actually kind of feel almost, at least from me, there's almost like a little bit of a tingling sensation when I'm being read.
Well, part of that is because you have to hit that button so many times when Deb is swearing that it probably is kind of numbing your finger, and probably will lead to long-term paralysis.
Oh, it's a nubbin. I mean, look, it's a little.
Yeah, it used to be, actually, and that was the middle finger.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so yeah, no, and funny enough, she is she's gonna be on. It's not funny, but it's true. She's gonna be on next Wednesday. But Mandy says, I never recorded it, but I always wish I had. Yeah, that's a good thing. And Maria does this thing on Sunday that's going to be the crossover gallery, which I've only been to one of them, but it was beyond incredible. And once again, you want to bring through your digital recorder. And another thing that I think is important when you do that is the fact that you can go back and listen to it. I wouldn't be surprised, especially at the crossover gallery, if you pick up some EVPs, quite frankly. And that would be pretty darn cool to go there, and like if they're reaching out to somebody and all of a sudden you can maybe hear that person's voice and stuff. I think that would be really neat.
Oh God, that would be cool.
Yeah.
You are just full of great ideas tonight about this fair tomorrow and Sunday.
I know, right? I mean, it's like I've been talking about it for a month or something, and
yeah, I know.
yeah. I mean, it's really fun. I mean, and you know, I talk about it because I am excited about it, and every time we get listeners that stop by, say hi, and they're like, "Is that what you really look like?" And yeah, that is. And there's always so much fun, and like we always said, the practitioners themselves, they are super kind, they're super good, and it's a very, very positive experience, you know. And I mean that in a sense. You walk into the venue, you walk into the ballrooms where the fair is, and it's just massive layers of positivity. It's very good energy in there. So that's definitely go check it out. Just before we hit our break, one more time, that is over at the Doubletree Hilton, Minneapolis Airport. That is tomorrow and Sunday, May 18th and 19th. So it is $10 to get in for the Charvinity Psychic Healing Fair. There's a separate cost for the Maria Shaw Minneapolis Convention for her classes and whatnot. Once again, the first 25 people receive a free grab bag. Over 20 readers and healers. They're offering services all weekend. And then, of course, the grand finale, which, I mean, obviously the grand finale is the radio show on Sunday live from the event. So, I'm surprised that that's not in the main banner on the top of the charvinityfairs.com page, but I'm sure we can get that rectified in the future. So, just kidding. I truly am kidding. Adam, should we go ahead, take our next break, and then come back? And I got some news stories that I think, Adam, you'd enjoy talking about.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and do that.
All right, we're going to do that. When we come back, we got some news stories. If there's anything on your mind, pop it into the comments. Give us a call. So much that we can get through. It's Casual Friday. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950.
Come on out to the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair in collaboration with Maria Shaw Minneapolis Convention, May 18th and 19th at the DoubleTree by Hilton Minneapolis Airport Hotel, formerly known as the Marriott Airport Hotel. The Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair features a selection of highly skilled and exceptional local psychic readers, healers, and practitioners, ensuring a wide array of premium services like Reiki, past life regression, and so much more. All practitioners offer something unique to help you. You can pre-book practitioners before going to the event and even possibly win a gift basket by visiting 5 or more practitioners at the fair. Also, if you pre-book and prepay for a 30-minute session, you get a weekend pass for Maria's classes for free, normally a $59 value. And the first 25 people who show up Saturday and Sunday will get a free gift bag. Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair is May 18th and 19th at the DoubleTree by Hilton, Minneapolis Airport, 9 to 5 both days. It's only $10 to get in. Visit charvinityfairs.com for all the details.
Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
Greg Bakun here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey, bacon, avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com.
And join us this Sunday, May 19th, for a special live episode of GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun. We're going to be live from the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair. We're going to be talking to the practitioners. We're going to be talking about how the event's been going and stuff. And I'm going to be really excited for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Once again, that is this Sunday, May 19th at 4:05 p.m. It's going to take the place where we normally would run the best of GhostBox Radio. So please tune in. Take part. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then Monday, we are going to have a really kind of cool conversation. We're going to have on author Paul Blake Smith. He's going to talk about the unusual story of aliens, President Nixon and Jackie Gleason. He wrote a book called The Nixon-Gleason Alien Encounter. It is one of the most absurd stories you've ever heard, but it sounds like it's true. And that is going to be a fantastic episode this Monday. I'm really looking forward to that. I've been wanting to get him on for quite some time. So I'm really excited. And, you know, Adam, he wasn't sure if he wanted to be on the show, but then he saw we lived in Minnesota and he felt bad because we have the Vikings. And that was pretty much how we were able to get him on, because he's watched. He's a big NFL fan, and he saw what we've been through the past 60 years. So, yeah.
Speak for yourself. I'm a Colts fan. We have a Super Bowl championship.
Yeah, you do, but it's hollow at best.
Probably.
I don't even know what that means. But yeah, no, it's gonna be great. And we had a really good week actually of programming. We talked about this fair on Wednesday, but Monday and Tuesday. Monday we had the Alcatraz episode, and then Tuesday we had the Heaven's Gate episode. And we got a lot of really positive feedback, especially about the Alcatraz one. And for me, the thing that was really interesting about that is that it's we always hear pretty much the story up until the part that that they maybe escaped, that they probably drowned. But the truth is that Mike Lynch and Rick Winder, they found pictures of these three in the 70s in Brazil. There's a whole story to this, and we had a great conversation. Tuesday, we talked about Heaven's Gate with Benjamin Zeller, who is quoted quite a lot when they talk about Heaven's Gate in different areas. And it's, you know, he wrote this wonderful book, and these episodes are available. Go over to ghostboxradio.com and re-listen to them if you haven't heard, or if you want to hear them again. Also available on all your podcast platforms. These are great episodes. You don't want to miss them. They were a lot of fun this week.
I did like the Heaven's Gate Hail Bob Comet one. That was a lot of fun.
If you can call a cult that has a mass suicide fun, yeah. I mean,
Well, don't all cults have a mass suicide at some point? But no, that one happened in my teenage years. So I remembered a lot of that to begin with, because the other ones that usually get talked about are, like Jonestown. And that
Yep.
was before my lifetime. So, you're just hearing about that. And then Branch Davidian, they
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to the mass suicide before the ATF came in. But, Heaven's Gate was the one that went through it. And I remember the story of them being in the black Nikes all covered up and things like that, because I had the exact same black Nikes to play basketball that year for school.
Yeah, no, it's really interesting, and how many parodies have come from that. I'm thinking of even like Family Guy. There's a great parody of that Meg is part of.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that episode. She does. And they're like, "You want some juice?" No.
No, she doesn't get it. She's like, no. Yeah, but I mean uh, excuse me, the psychosis of Doe and T, the leaders, really interesting about kind of that idea of how leaders are so charismatic and what they do and how they represent to the people that are under them. It's really good. I don't want to get too much into it, because if you haven't listened to it, please go listen to it. It's very fascinating, just like the Alcatraz one. This is a story that we know the ending to, but what came before that, that's the interesting part. And so that was really cool to talk about. I was really happy with that as well. I'm trying to think here where I want to go. And we talked a little bit about this before the show. There is that Bigfoot is spotted walking through rural Colorado, while the people who caught some footage said that we're looking for elk. And I don't know, I feel like that I'm looking at this footage, and I'm going to see if I can kind of put it up for StreamYard here real fast. I'm looking at this footage, and to me, this looks like, I mean, it's interesting, but I mean, to me, it kind of looks like a guy in a suit. I don't know. Adam, what do you think about that?
I don't know. This one, I like it, but I only saw it in more like the small screen on Reddit earlier today.
Sure.
But yeah, seeing it larger, there is something about the gate that almost makes it more humanoid than an actual Sasquatch. Because you look back at the Patterson film, the gait from the creature walking is completely different. This one is bending its legs and ankles more like a person in a suit would.
Yeah, very much so. And it is kind of like, at first I was like, "Ooh, that's really interesting," but it's like he is walking and being careful, because it's like he's going down a slight gradient to me.
Mhm.
And it kind of looks like he's wearing a vest. I know that's meant to look like he's wearing like fur, but to me that's just not. I don't know. I don't consider that to be not very good. Joshua says, and I had thought about this too. He says it looks AI. I don't think that we can completely dismiss that, to be perfectly honest.
Not at this point.
No, and I think that's the real shame about it all, is that this is like, everything that we look at, we can't even enjoy the possibility of being wrong, because more than likely we are going to be wrong, because it's going to be somebody who is creating something that they're trying to fool us. And that's a shame, because it's going to push a lot of more legit stuff like to the background, I think, quite a bit.
Yeah, because they're gonna get footage, and it's gonna be pre AI. It'd probably be some of the best footage that there had been since the '60s. But then everyone's gonna look and be like, "No, this is too sloppy. It's a guy in a costume," when it is actually Sasquatch.
Yeah,
But it doesn't look so crisp and clean, and like we're used to seeing on the TV or on the big screen, or that Sasquatch family movie or whatever. If it ain't gonna look like that, then I think everybody's going to say, "Oh, just poo-poo it as a guy in a suit."
if it doesn't look like Harry and the Hendersons, we know that it's not real. So it is, and Joshua was like, it's a shame. It is a shame. It really is. Because all we want to do is we want to get answers, right? We just want to know. And from the one that I saw in June of last year, doesn't look like that. right? Doesn't mean that they all have to look the same or whatever. But I mean, there is something very different about that. And it really, to me, looks like, first of all, I don't know if you thought this, Adam. He looks like he's looking down when he's walking, like he's watching where he's putting his feet. And I don't think that's something that they would do. I think they'd just walk.
Yeah, I think it would be head up and walk because, you would imagine a creature that size, whether it be biological, interdimensional, whatever, is probably would be more of the predator. So why would they be looking down? They're going to be looking straight up.
Absolutely. And even like the Patterson Gimlin film, obviously is the hallmark for this stuff. And even when she is aware that she is being watched, it doesn't change her walking. And she owns that area. The way she's walking, she owns that area. And as we know, that was meant to actually to drag everyone else there into a trap. So it's it's very interesting, and reminds me I need to get MK Davis back on the program because he has so much information about what happened that day that they're out there shooting that he is willing to share. I think that would be like a 2-night ordeal of getting him on here because we really want to really dissect this and get as much information out because it is one of the most fascinating pieces of film ever shot.
Yeah, and the fact that he's restored it almost frame by frame from, where the camera picks up the creature to where she turns her head. And and with his restoration, this is the first time you can tell that it is a female Sasquatch.
And there's also the thing too that there is so much that they don't have footage wise that they should. And talking about that and how many they had seen, how many of these entities they had seen that day. That is stuff. And to be clear, because I think I might be confusing things a little bit, MK Davis did not shoot the footage. So I don't mean to make it sound like he would have seen it himself, but he had, Patterson in particular, what he had learned from Patterson. So yeah, that's going to be pretty incredible. And then the only other thing here I think is really interesting is that Representative Tim Burchett, who is a Republican from Tennessee, he moves to declassify UFO docs. He says, if you got nothing to hide, release the files. And he is introducing a new bill Thursday that would require President Biden to direct the heads of each federal department or agency to declassify all documents related to UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena, also known, but I will always call them UFOs. And this is really interesting. Part of me feels like that, and this isn't one party over the other. I think government has at the moment maybe a little bit more to kind of figure out than the UFO thing, but at the same time, it's still important. So it's hard to, I don't think this is going to go anywhere though, to be perfectly honest.
I think we're going to have to wait until 2025 or 2026 for anything to actually move on a declassification if it even makes it past the House.
Absolutely. I don't think, I don't think in this election year, I don't think that this is going to be something that's going to come through at all. It's not going to get signed. I'd be very surprised if it is. And I don't know. It's interesting. What I should have done, and I didn't really have the time to do, I should have seen really quick if there's anybody else in government that has any sort of thoughts on this, like if what they think. But Representative Anna Polina Luna from Florida and Jared Moskowitz, also from Florida, one being Republican, the other being Democrat, are co-sponsors of the bill as well. And in previous interview, Burchett said that he believes there has been a cover-up and that tens of millions of dollars are being spent on something that you say doesn't exist, and yet you're continuing to spend money on it. It makes you wonder. I buy that.
$50 for a plunger, $100 for a toilet seat. Going, quoting, Independence Day. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's really interesting, and I don't know. I think that I wonder if we're like at a point, we talk about this all the time where we're at a point that people want to get disclosure and stuff, but I wonder if it's the reason why it's being more picked up and stuff, if that's more of a generational thing or not. People that our generation and then that's coming behind are just like, we keep hearing about it. Let's just get to the bottom of it. Let's see what's happening, what's going on here. I do wonder about that.
I think people like me of, in my generation and age, and dare I say yours, we want the X-Files to be real, but we want what Scully and Mulder were seeing for everyone to know.
Totally. And the thing is like, we already believe that it's there.
Mhm.
We believe that it's there. So just come up. I think we're mature enough as the Earth to know that,
I think so too, especially when you're having sightings and recorded sightings all over the globe.
100%. Boy, this hour goes by fast. As we wrap up the week, don't forget Sunday, we're live on the air at the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair at 4:05 p.m. Please tune in or can come out there and watch it live and go to the fair. Then on Monday, we're going to have on author Paul Blake Smith as we talk about the Nixon Gleason alien encounter. Please make sure to visit GhostBox Radio to find past episodes of our radio shows and like us over on Facebook at GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun. Also send any comments and feedback to us over at comment@ghostboxradio.com. And then finally, whether you're chasing spirits or just drinking them tonight, please be careful out there and make sure to join us for our special episode live from the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair Sunday afternoon at 4:05 p.m. Everyone have a great weekend. Take care, and we'll see you Sunday. Take care, everybody.
Standing up to the Hatriots, the David Packman